So I'm gonna start this video by saying, my name is Bryce Crook. I'm a sophomore in college. That gives you some background of what's going on in my life, but I want to title this video "In the Way of the Superior Young Man." I feel like a lot of people really see the perfect way to go in life. They don't really know how or really have the desire. One word I want to capture is desire. You have to have the desire to do anything to start it. As you guys know, or I hope you guys know, motivation is only a drop. It really takes the key desire to get anything done in your life. And for young men, I feel like in this generation, we see the path that we want to go in life, and we know what we have to do, but we don't really take the action to capture, as we feel like it's too many hardships, or we let the labyrinth of understanding motivation, distract us and don't really know what discipline is. And, we always have to feel something to get things going. And that's one thing I want to capture in this video. Hopefully I spread, good faith to all young men. But one thing you have to capture is your mind. Your mind is the first thing and the only thing that you have full capability to take over. You can change your mind. If you hate yourself, I'm not saying you should do this, but if you feel like you hate yourself, who's a better person to change what you hate about yourself than yourself? A lot of people go through harsh situations, life-threatening situations where even the victim could also be the perpetrator. For me, people want to attack themselves just because they can't find that inner love for themselves and they don't have power over their minds to really control that. And, I've been through that situations too, but I'm still here to stop people from thinking like that. You feel me? If you don't love yourself, who can change it but yourself? One thing I want to capitalize on is that your mind is over everything. Your mind is the key thing over discipline, over motivation that, facades your brain to keep going for like a couple of days and then you stop. You ever keep going in a couple of days and then you stop? That's the facade that motivation holds over you. And you have full right to choose anything that you want to do. And one emphasis I want to do is absolutely finding your passion. Once you find your passion, you feel me, it's hard for anything to take that off. And I had a couple homies down here in my life who struggled with finding that passion. Luckily, I found my passion early in music. I used to sing all the time in the car. I never really sung in church or anything, but it's definitely something I want to do when it comes to girls and stuff like that. I always wanted to sing. For me, I feel like that was my calling and my ultimate expression of myself. But I say, if you don't know your passion, try things. You feel me? I'm not going to be sitting in the fire burning and, asking, why am I burning? Why am I burning? Who's going to help me? You feel me? How do I get out of this fire? No, I'm going to find that within myself and find a way out the fire. You feel me? Like, that's a little analogy I can use for being able to find your passion. But if you generally don't know what you want to do, you can find out what you want to do by doing. You feel me? I'm not going to wonder how am I going to pass this class and not study. Like, you have to practice kind of the issues that you preach. You got to identify the issue and just capture that and go ahead and go over that. And just be logical when it comes to that. Be logical in the fact that, for example, if you want to spend your life being a SoundCloud rapper, being on BandLab and all that stuff, go do that, but be logical. I ask when you do that, don't drop out of college because college is too hard and it's waving on your time. Because trust me, that's what I thought too. I thought college was waving on my time. It was way too hard to do, and I couldn't balance really both of my passions. But excuses are for the weak. One Damo Genesis song I love is, I forgot the name, but it's like, no mercy for the weak. There is no mercy for the weak. You feel me? There's always someone in a worse situation from you, running shit. And I feel like that's one thing that I hold deep for my last name. My last name is Crook. But one thing I love is the juxtaposition of life in itself. How you can be the best person that you want to be in a shitty situation. Same way I can be the best person that I want to be and have the last name Crook. Have a thief last name, a criminal last name, and even getting it tatted on me. Knowing that I'm the best version of myself that I want to be, and I'm continuing to sharpen my blade, to sharpen my skills, and just go ahead and attack it. But be logical when you do it, feel me? Don't drop out of college. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But the second thing I want to do, I want to talk about as in becoming a superior man is capturing your body. From your body's a temple. One thing you capture inside your brain is your brain. For me, if you don't have the motivation or you don't have full control over your brain, what's gonna convince your body to do something? You really think Andrew Tate, or sorry, not Andrew Tate, David Goggins. David Goggins is out here just doing stuff. His body's moving like a train for him to run many miles and do all this stuff. No, he captured his mind first. The one thing that people can't see you capture, and to have ultimate control over your body, like we're not even supposed to be here as humans, bro. We're put on this earth in control of this one body that we can't change. I'm talking about switching to other bodies. We have to control and love this one body, and to be able to capture this one thing that you're not the ultimate owner of, that you did not choose to create yourself. That's one of the most powerful things I think a person can do. And capturing your body, I mean, caring about what you eat. Not everybody has to really be on a diet or whatever. I'm currently dieting. I eat 2,100 calories a day. I eat like a dog because I'm a soldier. Like, I view myself in like a soldier mindset. You feel me? Like, I gave myself a command. I'm a follow through. I'm gonna get it done. My friends know if I could say something, I'm gonna get it done. You feel me? Like, I'm a grown man now. I can hold my pants up now. You feel me? I don't gotta worry about how I'm gonna get it right there. Nothing like that. But off the point, having a diet to ultimately control your body. You feel me? You are what you eat. We can't see any of our organs. Literally, we wouldn't know what any of our organs look like if people weren't cut open or people weren't dealt with. You feel me? The only thing we put inside our bodies is our food. That's the only thing we put inside our bodies. Literally, food and drink. The other thing that comes out of our bodies is obviously fecal matter or whatever. But why wouldn't you care about the only thing that enters your body? Enters the unknown of a thing that you cannot see. Which is why I emphasize loving yourself is a form of loving the things that you put in your body. When it comes to smoking, vapes, and anything, I don't smoke or vape, so I don't really have an opinion to say about that. I got homies that do it, but I'm a sober kid. But to have the ultimate control over a glutton is one step into capturing your mind and becoming a superior man. And also learning to put yourself in uncomfortable situations. Because mind you, people aren't going out running marathons because their body just does it for them. For me, like that's uncomfortable. As a human, our body naturally seeks comfort. When we seek comfort, we seek refuge. You know, the reason why our hairs go up when we're nervous. We've devolved from being cats, and you know how cats get all friskied up when you see a scaredy cat, literally. But we have things to tell us how we should feel, and to ultimately capture that and be able to run those miles, be able to sprint and tell your body, no, I'm not tired, and get that done. That is such a powerful thing. It's half the time you're not even tired. It's your mind saying that because your mind programs itself about how you think. Same way that you find out that you like cats, you're not going to one day wake up and be like, I never liked cats. You liked cats. You feel me? I kind of forgot where I was going with there, but you bro, you know, bro. Last thing about capturing your body, I want to say lust. Lust is a crazy thing, you feel me? And as a growing man, as a black man, especially in college, you feel me? Like, that's continuing and go out, meet new people. It's very hard for me to capture that demon. And I feel like the one thing that you need to do is ultimately capturing your triggers. You feel me? Like, if you're triggered to do this when you're in this certain situation, you should ultimately learn to capture that and take full control of it, because dude Dennis said, bro, a man that has control over it less is a dangerous man. But we hear that, and obviously, you know, it's like probably to me, that's the hardest thing to conquer. I can conquer when it comes to dieting, when it comes to strength training, when it comes to doing stuff that I don't want to do, like studying even when I don't feel like inclined to study, getting up here making YouTube videos. That's the one thing that I feel like it's going to be a journey for me as a man. And, you know, I'm a man, and I can admit that. You feel me? Like, I can admit that I have faults. When it comes to that, I can admit that, you know, I still struggle with that. But what is life if you're not on the journey? One quote that I like is, if the road is bumpy, that means you're traveling. You feel me? I've hit plateaus where I feel like, you know, my works and working out every day and dieting. It's not doing shit. Excuse my language, but it's generally not doing anything. But I remember if the road is bumpy, that means I'm traveling. You feel me? I'm not gonna feel like I want to eat the same thing every day. Like I don't eat the same thing every day. Low key, cooking school coming soon, but eating the same amount of calories every day, force myself not to eat that Raising Cane's candy egg combo, no slaw, extra toast, all that stuff. But just overall, just capturing my mind. The one thing that I can control, I have full ability to control, putting it on a leash like Chop, literally telling my brain what I want to do and when I want to go do it. And that is so important. Just capturing loneliness, because definitely the path of a lonely man, of a superior man, is going to be lonely. Any path that you take where you have to, dig down deep in yourself and find that fire, it's going to be lonely because you're by yourself. You feel me? And we hear quotes of the lone wolf, the eagle flies alone. It's going to be like that. You feel me? And one thing I've learned to really appreciate is, in the path of doing it, having triggers. I want to say replace the word motivation with triggers, but having triggers for the reason why you started, to choose the people that believe in you rather than the people that you have to prove wrong. That might sound like a contradiction, but really, really sit down and really understand that and really understand what that means. It means choosing the people that believe in you over the people that you have to prove wrong. Because if you're doing it for someone to prove wrong, you're going to always think of them when it comes to your end point. Even at your end point, you get the six-pack. You get the job that you wanted. You blow up on TikTok or Instagram, and you end up being the man that you want to be. Your whole confidence is going to be dedicated to that one person. They're going to be living in your head rent-free. And if you don't get the reaction that you want, which the reaction that we think we do actually want, we don't know what reaction we want. You feel me? Like, we don't really want a person to get down on their knees and beg, be like, damn, you tough. Because I promise you, if I got to that end point and they said that, I'll be like, man, get your weird ass on, bro. Like, on some, like, weirdo stuff, bro. And if they didn't say anything, I'll still be affected, too. So, like, what do I really expect? What do I expect? Having the people that you have to prove right is having a solid foundation of individuals that constantly believe in you, feel me? You don't have to worry about letting them down when they always believe in you the entire way. For example, my cousin, same last name as me, my family, same last name as me, and I hold your last name is literally everything. Your last name is everything. It's the one name that's going to be carried down to generations and a foundation for your kids of what they should believe in, you feel me? Like, if you don't put any meaning behind your last name, what does it mean giving it to another person, giving it to a woman that you love? If you have no meaning behind that, you can be an only child, but you have full meaning to transform what that means to be a Crook, to be a Gonzalez, to be a Johnson, to be whatever you want. You have to go out and just capture that. You only need yourself. It's the only person that you need, because you start off this life solo, you end this life solo. It doesn't always have to be a lonely journey, but there's definitely going to be some times where it's going to be lonely. It's going to be very, very lonely. You feel me? Like, let out that cry that it takes when you're on your journey and it gets hard. Let that out, bro. Like, we all need time to just cry and reflect. But once again, I want to end this video with saying, if the road is bumpy, that means you're traveling. And shout out to all my men on the journey too. And it's my first video. Started off with a bang. Let's go, Crook. I don't game, man. This is like 1C, because, like, what do you call it? Xavier, so